I have a question. Do you have an answer? I was making tonight's thumbnail and I realized something. For 9 months, nobody's ever said anything. If they have, I forgot. How y'all doing tonight? I am going live. I hope the audio is not too loud. I can't remember what I set the mic gain on my mic here, but I got it bumped up. Hopefully it's not too loud. If anybody comes on the live, let me know if it's too loud or if it sounds just about right. But I guess it's third day for 9 months. I went back and looked at the live streams, and for 9 months that's been on there. I guess I will be redoing a thumbnail. Need to change it up anyway. I changed up the one for Grandpa's Random Reviews, and I don't know if anybody noticed it, but same old, same old. So I decided to change it up. It is about, I guess, mid-year. I really don't know exactly what day is the middle, but we're probably within that week. That there's something over here on my desk, and I don't know what that is. Oh, I thought I missed him. There's a fly. You know what? We've had so much rain lately. We have flies out the wazoo. Did a printer cart. Look how tall that thing is. That sucker is tall. Whoa, earthquake. Anyway, I just thought I would get on here for a few minutes before I start editing this video. And then I've got a mini fridge shelf, this much like this one. Did both of those earlier today, and I've got to edit them. So I'm going to get on here for a few minutes, and if nobody comes on, I'm going to get started on editing. I still have a lot to do in there, but anyway, as far as gig work goes, I got nothing. I'm just going to look. The last time I did Spark, I guess you could look at, that won't turn down. There it goes. Sign up or log in to your driver account. Why did that? I've never had that pop up. Let's try that again. Boy, I hope it don't ask me for a password. Oh, and it did. Oh my goodness. I guess they automatically log you out after so long. It's been quite a while since I have done Spark. It's been a minute. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Got passwords somewhere. LibreOffice, because I'm not going to spend the money on Microsoft Office, which I like it a lot better, but this one's free. Shift F. Oh, no, it's Control F, isn't it? When we're looking up Spark. Spark delivery. Wow, okay. My password is incorrect. Then I don't have a clue. Yep, that's the only one on there. I wonder if I changed it. I don't think I did. I'm just going to click forgot password. First time I've had to log in a long, long time. Hello, Tim. I'm sitting here looking at this. Send code. Oh, Lord. I was just kind of going to see how long it's been since I've done a Spark. It's been a minute. How you doing, Alex? Just getting home from a 12-hour shift. Getting footage for my W-2. Oh, okay. There's my email. What? Oh, that email. Here's your verification code. Please enter the 6-digit verification code we did sent. I just did. Oh. Did they send one to my phone? Oh. Oh, Lord. Y'all give me just a second. New password. I don't want to set a password. Oh, just to find one little thing out. Whoops. Okay. Create new password. No, I don't want Samsung to save it. Oh, okay. Okay. Where's StreamYard? There we are. Don't tell us that code. It was 865. I don't know. Are you gonna reset my password for me? Oh, that would be funny, wouldn't it? See, if I was a hacker, I wouldn't really do any damage. I would just jack with people a little bit. A friendly little thing, you know. Nothing big. I also have 3:45 a.m. flex rep tomorrow, so I won't stay long. Wow. Well, I'll give you a wake up call because that'll be probably, well, I don't know. I may go to bed early. Lisa, by the way, you don't. Oh, where's Lisa? Oh, hello, Lisa. I didn't see you. You don't use DoorDash as a crutch. I got a phone call and couldn't reply to you over there. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, what do we need? Earnings. That would, when to expect earnings. I don't know when to expect earnings. Never, if you don't work. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Monday, March 31st for $32.97. That was the last time I have done a Spark. I keep wanting to get out there and do it because I don't want to get deactivated because I don't want to, you never know. Amazon could crash. I mean, I could get deactivated, fired, whatever. And, you know, you don't know. By the way, is the audio too loud? I can't remember what I had to gain on last night, and I bumped it up to, I think it says 7. Brian, I got a breakfast order in the AM. Need a wake up call too. I'll have to put all these numbers down. I'll just put them on auto dial and they'll just automatically start calling. I got an alarm clock in there that'll shake your bed. Hello, Rick. Sounds great to me. Last night, you know, I was going to put all this furniture together last night, and I finished editing that little blower thing, and that does blow a lot harder than mine. Earlier today when I was putting it up, I would blow it on my neck, and then I blow it over here, and you can tell a big difference. But it was like $98, and I think the one I have was like $39. But I don't know how much of that is tariff or if tariff has anything to do with it. I don't know. But anyway, by the way, I don't know if anybody saw this, but right when I logged on, I asked Why did nobody tell me this? Check this out. Because I was making the thumbnail for tonight's live. Do y'all see anything wrong with this here? For 9 months. And I don't think anybody said anything. And I was like, something don't look right. But for 9 months, I've been using this thumbnail. And if somebody said anything, it went right over my head. Yep. I don't think. Well, probably nobody really cares when we made it over. It's pretty obvious. It's the third day night live. I'm gonna redo it anyway. I like the little guy on the computer with the taco casa kept sitting there. But you know, since I've moved where I live now, and I'm not doing Spark, used to I went to Taco Casa almost every day because it's right across the street from Walmart. And I could go over there and get me something to eat and be getting orders right there because you're not too far out of the parking lot. 500 yards. You forgot the Z and Thursday. Yep. Hello, Rodney, by the way. Yeah, but for 9 months I've been using that thumbnail and nobody's ever said anything. I don't guess some of us are very observant or we just don't really care. Oh, I didn't even notice that missing. I never noticed it. And I was sitting there putting Thursday Night Live or Thursday Night Hangout on this thumbnail, and I thought, something don't look right. And I got looking at the spelling. I thought, whoa. And I've thought about just getting a yellow font or just hand, making the S and putting it in. I don't know what it would look like. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it'll let me do a paintbrush. Never mind. I don't need that. I need a paintbrush. Let's see what that'll do. Whoa, that's huge. I don't know if I can make an S with this mouse. Whoa, that's not even showing up. What's the deal? What is the dealio? Oh, I know what the deal is. Hold on. Layers. Merge. Now, let's try that again. There, we could do it like that. There we go. Oh, I guess we're just not. Yeah, I guess not. And I don't even know what font that is because I've used different fonts now making thumbnails and stuff. The font that I'm using now, like where it says Thursday Night Live or Thursday Night Hangout, it shows up better on thumbnails. It's more clear. It don't look as cool, but you figure a lot of people are looking at it on their phone, so it's really small. Anyway, I'll have to come up with I may just color all that in and rewrite it. Then I could leave the computer. I could just cut all that out. I don't know. I am not going to lose sleep over it. Anyway, speaking of sleep, last night I was going to do those videos on this printer cart. Did y'all see how tall that is? Was y'all here when I was talking about it? Look how tall it is. If you can't, just for reference, that is a printer cart. It comes all the way up to here. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'8.5" on most days. 5'7", 5'8" on other days. I used to be 5'9", but I guess going down and spreading out. I wish I had some new casters. I love this chair, but the casters on it are not worth nothing. It won't hardly roll on this wood floor. That other, anyway, what I keep getting off. Last night I was gonna edit that video and then do some more, but about 1 o'clock I got so tired and I went to sleep. And I've been going since about 8:30 this morning, so I don't know how late I'll be up. I'll watch, read, read an entire paragraph for every single word with misspelled and understood it perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, what gets me is a lot of people nowadays, if like you can read Facebook posts and stuff, they don't put commas, they don't put periods, they don't capitalize where the new sentence starts. It's all one thing. And you're like, I can decipher misspelled words, you know. I've been on chat lines and stuff for many years, and people get in a hurry and they don't spell stuff right, which is not a big deal. Not for this kind of stuff. But I would at least think they would put periods and commas and stuff. But my writing skills is not good at all, and my spelling skills obviously aren't. Uh, I tend to spell things the way they sound, and that's not always the way they're spelt. But it makes sense. It's like when you see those memes on Facebook and everything's written either backwards or upside down. Like you can just glance at it and read it. I think my chair is coming apart. Huh. Maybe time to review a new chair. I've got a good office, a really nice office chair over there, but it's solid leather or fake leather, probably. It ain't real leather. But anyway, but I like this one because it's got the air vents, so to speak, and you don't get hot. On that other one, you get kind of hot after you sit here in this chair for a few hours. It's comfortable, but it gets hot. So I guess I need to do a review on I guess they call these gaming chairs. I don't know. Fake solid leather, yeah. What is that called? Fox, Faux? Isn't that what, some of that stuff? They try to get me to do seat covers for vehicles, and I'm not jacking with it. Some of them look really good, and some of them's been expensive, but to put a seat cover on a vehicle, it's hard to get it just right because you got to get it so tight. And it's not like the old slip covers. You just slip them on, tied a knot in the back, called it a day. These were pretty fancy looking ones. There was one set that I really kind of thought about for a minute. It was my Maxima's got the leather interior and it looked identical. It's got the little, little patterns, diamond pleated back in the old days, as they called it. Grandpa, I'm headed to Oklahoma next Friday. Cool. What part of Oklahoma? I just bought a recliner from the thrift store yesterday. It's still in the van. I'm gonna go down. Oh, there. I couldn't scoot up here. Now I'm really short, but that's okay. Got a clock on top of my head. And that being comfy is what matters, especially if you're gonna spend any time in it. Maybe you could swing by Wichita Falls on your way home. Me and Gary were going to go there a couple of years ago, but Grandpa was busy. Oh, really? Oh, when Gary was living let's see, he lived in Norman, didn't he? Where he was living. Well, I didn't know that. Shoot, if I could have met y'all in Lawton or something. I don't know what the halfway is between here and Oklahoma City. But I'm about now. Well, it's not like I live that far out of Wichita Falls, 10 minutes, but it doesn't. Piedmont. Where is Piedmont, Oklahoma? I know where there's a Piedmont Street in Wichita Falls. It runs off of Kemp Street, and it's on McDonald's is on the corner of Piedmont and Kemp. Oh, useless information. StreamYard. What is that? Why is there two? Oh, StreamYard is sharing. Okay, new window. Do 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 do. Let's say Piedmont. Oh, really? Piedmont, Oklahoma. Well, you know what? Let's do this. We ain't got nothing else to do. Do 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 do. Oh, ain't that cool? What? Oh, never mind. I get it. Here we go. My location to Piedmont. Piedm. Oh, yeah. There's Piedmont, Missouri. Yeah. Missouri, sorry. Wow, that's way up there. Oh, that's north of Norman, or north of Oklahoma City. Well, it's kind of this right suburb, isn't it? There's Mustang. I know where. No thanks. I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. I know where Yukon is, and I know where Bethany is, but that's about as far north that way as I've been. El Reno. Do you know how many casinos there is around Oklahoma City? At one time, I had a substantial amount of cash and not a lick of common sense whatsoever. And had met someone that lived up there, and she took me to all those little casinos around Oklahoma City, just the little hole in the wall ones, a bunch of them. I pronounce it with an I at the end, not an A. Well, when you watch those old westerns, they call it Missouri. It's like when I lived in Iowa Park, I used to say Iway Park, Iway, like IWAY, way, Iway Park. And everybody that lives out there, that's lived out there for many years, calls it Iowa, like the state, Iowa Park. I don't know, tomato, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of casinos there. I don't even remember the name. It's been several years ago now. Politicians like to say Missouri. Also, oh really? Well, I don't know. I agree with you, Tim. Not an A. Yeah, I don't know. Missouri is the way we always pronounced it, but then I hear all these old people and old westerns and stuff, and they say Missouri, so kind of like Louisiana. You got to get that Cajun in there, Louisiana. Louisiana. Anyhow, I don't know. Texas is easy. It's Texas. I guess Oklahoma's pretty easy too. Like Colorado's not, because some people say Colorado and some people say Colorado. Anyway, what what? That's about the only place I ever went to the zoo. I think my mom said we went to the Fort Worth Zoo when I was young, but the kids' mom and stepdad lived in Moore, Oklahoma. So we always went up there and we'd go to the Kirkpatrick Center. What was that? What was the water park? Anyway, we go there into the zoo because all of that's right there together. That's Fort Sill. Fort Sill is a big base. I stayed on that base one weekend. Got lost leaving. Rita's Roast and Limping Old Farmer. Now, see, there's another one, Arkansas. I've heard people say Arkansas, and I'm like, what? Arkansas. But you wouldn't say Arkansas. Arkansas. Hello, Rita's Roast and the Limping Old Farmer. Well, that's probably why he's limping. He's been working on that farm for so long, and that's real work. Anybody had never worked on a farm or a ranch? I don't know. Unless you've been a bricklayer or putting the shingles on a roof. It's a lot of work. Say it was a southern accent. Arkansas. Arkansas. With a southern accent. I don't know. Arkansas. Arkansas. I went to Arkansas. Actually, been to Arkansas a few times, but been to Mena, Arkansas. Actually, it was right outside of Mena, but Mena was a bigger town of where we was at. I've been to more, yeah. You know, I don't know if y'all watch On Life Patrol, but they're in Moore right now. You know, they do different sheriff's offices throughout the United States, but there's one group of the video makers. Anyway, they're in Moore. Where you look, I'm in right outside of Wichita Falls, Texas. Just north. What is that? Sitting on the beautiful banks of the muddy Red River. Matter of fact, I can just drive down to the stop sign down here, and you look at the little hill over there, and that's Oklahoma. Yeah, let's see, Quashada Mountains. I guess they start around Mena. We went up there. The kids' mom's grandparents. They lived right outside of Mena, but they had a rock shop and all that. And we never did go to the diamond fields, but we drove by them. But yeah, where her grandpa took us driving, that old man drove crazy, man. I tell you, but all them winding roads and trees and stuff. And we went up into the little hills there, Quashada. We live north of the Arkansas River. The creek that runs through the farm is called Little Minnow Creek. There was a little creek that ran right behind his house, and it had fish in it, but you wasn't supposed to eat the fish because at that time apparently there had been some kind of chemicals that got accidentally into the water. So you wasn't allowed. You could fish, but you wasn't allowed to eat them. You wasn't supposed to eat them. I'm in the foothills of the Ozarks. Oh, Crater Diamond State Park. Oh, there was a big diamond found there. I remember seeing it a while back. Post-tropical cyclone active alert for East Pacific. I don't think any of us have to worry about that one. I wished you could block Facebook notifications. I have two Facebooks. I got Dash and Grandpa, and then I got mine. But I keep getting these notifications for Dash and Grandpa, and I don't want to block notifications because I'm afraid it'll block for all Facebook, and my Facebook is, I got stuff on Marketplace, so I don't want to block those. I have never went to hunt for diamonds. We have always been tied down on the farm. I get it. You may you may be sitting on a mound of diamonds and just haven't plowed down deep enough yet. That's that one field that we drove by. That's what her grandpa said that they were doing. They just run a little disc plow and just plow it up just out in the field. And people would pay money to go out there and walk around looking for diamonds. I don't know. We never did do it. What I thought was cool is getting some of those, what was it? He called them something. I can't remember what they were, but basically it looked like a round rock. Had little pits and stuff in it, but he would say, that's what you need to get. And then we would go back to the shop, and then he would cut them and polish them for us. And they'd have quartz in them and things. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. We have found arrowheads in the little creek. Now that would be fun. That would be cool. Matter of fact, speaking of finding stuff, I got a metal detector in there I'm supposed to do a review on. Those are called geodes. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I'm just an old lump of coal. Where's that state park, Tim? Oh, the Crater of Diamonds. Where? Oh. Do. Oh, wait, I closed that, didn't I? Hold on. Hello, Ray. How's it going, my friend? Window, where are we at? There we are. Do. I couldn't pronounce it, so I'm just going to do it this way. It's right there. See it? Right there. Muscle Freebo. Oh, Kimberly. I can pronounce it's south of Kimberly. There's Nashville. That ain't Nashville. Not Nashville, Tennessee, anyway. It's kind of like we got a Paris, but it's Paris, Texas. That thing made that Paris, Texas. I don't know if y'all ever been through there or looked it up or anything, but that made one of the top places to visit within 200 miles of where I live. And there ain't nothing in Paris, Texas, but the monument of the Leaning Tower. I mean, that's cool if you're passing through and you go, whoo, take a couple of pictures and on down the road you go. Where we at? Yeah, I can't. Murfreesboro. Yeah. Is Miss Womble sitting next to you? Tell her, say hi. Oh, okay. Good evening. Not too bad. I've been trying to clear out the old van. It's going to be scrapyard tomorrow morning. Had to get the young neighbor to hold the tailgate up, open, as the struts blew. Uh-oh. We have, oh, you got a Paris, really? I didn't realize that. Paris, Texas, I don't know why anybody'd really make it a destination. Traveling through there, that's cool, but not a destination spot. It's like saying Wichita Falls is a destination spot. Why? I used to ask people, why in the world would you move to Wichita Falls? And a lot of them was Air Force, and that's why they're here. And some of them like it. I don't know. Can't pronounce it right either. But Murfreesboro. I think somebody was sipping the shine when they named that town. She's indoors. I'll see her in a bit. Okay. Anyway, no, Tim, I didn't get the little computer in today. Maybe it'll come in more. I need to get a haircut. These hairs are starting to drive me nuts, and it's tickling my ear. It's starting to flip out. My mama, if she's watching, I don't want you to cut your hair. She likes it to flip out, and it looks like you got wings. But that was real attractive. Paris, France is an interesting place to go. Well, Paris, France might be, but Paris, Texas ain't. I don't know about Paris, Arkansas, though. I didn't even know there was a Paris, Arkansas. What part of Arkansas are you in, Rita? Or am I talking to or the limping old farmer? Let's see, Mina should be right here. Yeah, there's Mina. They lived, well, oh, I'm not even sharing it anymore. There we go. There's Mina. And the Goshada. Where? Yeah, there it is. Goshada National Forest. I don't know which, because I remember you went through Mina, and that's probably this road here. I don't know. I know it was outside of Mina. Anyway, north of Arkansas River, west central part of the state. Unfortunately, I've been to Little Rock. Mm. Man, we could take a flight. We can go anywhere. There's St. Louis, Springfield, Kentucky. Let's see. Roman Atwood. I don't know if y'all watch him or not, but I guess they rented an RV. I just saw Kentucky, and he's a big YouTuber. Been around for 10, 11 years, almost as long as YouTube's been around. Well, not quite. I think YouTube. I got an email. YouTube's been around 20 years. Anyway, they're traveling around in the RV, which is totally out of their comfort zone. But I'm kind of hoping they're heading down towards Texas. Because, I don't know if anybody knows Matt Carricker. He had Off the Ranch and Demolition Ranch. But he's retired from YouTube. But he owns Bunker Branding, but he's in partners with Roman Atwood. And he's got a resort down there north of San Antonio. And I'm just wondering if Roman Atwood is making their way down, because he is part owners of that. Anyway, I was close to your area. Well, we don't. There. That's all. That's all Blacklands, isn't it? Because I think it starts turning black over in East Texas. How long have you had your channel? This channel, I don't know, a little over a year, maybe 2 years. Now I've got Dirty Shoes Adventures, and it's been, man, let's see. Well, let's just look. Okay, Grandpa's, oh, wait, we're on Dashing Grandpa, aren't we? Videos, oldest, 4 years ago. So this channel's been around 4 years. The one I was thinking about, that's Grandpa's Random Reviews. Videos, oldest, 2 years. Okay, it's been around 2 years. Now, Dirty Shoes Adventures, that's the one that was a lot of fun. Oh, I don't want post. Videos, oldest, 7 years. Mineral Wells State Park was the first video I made, and it was just driving around, having music. You have to go north from the Crater of Diamonds. Okay. I'd never seen that before, just scrolling tonight, looking for a live chat. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. I enjoyed the Dirty Shoes Adventures. That was fun. It was going to all the different state parks and this north part of Texas and the eastern part of Texas and the southern Oklahoma. And my idea was, when I started doing DoorDash and all that, is I was going to do DoorDash and stuff all across the country. Now there's other YouTubers doing stuff like that now, but back then I didn't know of anybody doing it at all. Oh, well, I can't show that because it's got music. Anyway, yeah, but the Dirty Shoes turned into Dirty Shoe, and that kind of slowed all that down. I won't go into elaborating, but yeah, a lot of things change. Life goes on. I've had my channel for nearly 3 years. I didn't realize it was that long. I started YouTube. I did sub to you. I gave you a thumb. Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Can I wait? Let's see. Where I'm on the bad thing is, see, I've got I got this channel too, but I don't think it was that old. No videos. It's 6 years old, but I don't put much of nothing on that at all anymore. But it has some cool places. Anyway, where are we at? Dashing Grandpa. Live. I think my speaker's off, so we should be okay. Wow, you're a big channel, 16,000 subscribers. Cool. You know, I don't remember where they was from. When I was doing the Dirty Shoes Adventures, there was a lady that was from the Dallas area, I want to say, but she was into the RV life, van life for her. But she would have get-togethers in Oklahoma and East Texas and all over in state parks. And there was one YouTubers, they had an RV, but they was the old farmers. And they were real farmers, and I mean, but they would travel when they got a chance. And most of their videos, he was sitting fence post and doing all kinds of stuff. It was pretty good. And she was cooking, kind of like your channel there. Looks like you got some cooking going on there. Fluffy peanut butter filling for whoopie pies. Steak and tomatoes? Yeah, no? I guess we can't really do this, can we? You might not want me showing all this. I'm sorry, I didn't. But anyway, I'm going to check out your channel. Yeah, we'll do that. I didn't mean to, if I wasn't supposed to show any of that. But my husband and I are homebodies, and we have a real plan. The van 110. What am I missing? That was limping over for me. Okay. Whoa, what is going on there? Why is it doing that? We're going through a time warp. That's weird. Oh, it was playing. Oh, I get it. I get it. That's just weird looking on here. Yeah, well, see, I was right. Cajun tomatoes. See, I'm not a city slicker. I know a little bit. I grew up and I had the best of both worlds, honestly. We lived in town, but my grandparents lived out in the country. Dad drove a truck, so I spent a lot of time out there. And, you know, I had the best of both worlds. Howdy, howdy. How you doing, Yvonne? My technical skills hold me back. I that one recipe sounded kind of interesting. The peanut butter one. I'm gonna check that out. But I don't eat as much peanut butter as I used to. Before I had throat cancer and after surgery, Reese's peanut butter cups was my favorite candy. But after that, I don't really don't really care for it as much as I used to. But anyway, always fun, always good to have new people around. Computer skills, editing videos, I can't do. My mom has volunteered to come over here and help. She said, "You're just gonna have to teach me how to edit, and then I'll help you." Because I said, I said, what I need is somebody that I can give them the SD card. They can come in here and edit. I can take my other SD card, throw it in the phone or camera, and be making other videos while they're editing, and just keep it going. But I'm afraid by the time, and if you're watching, Mom, I'm not, no offense, but by the time you take the time to show somebody, it, you're losing time doing the editing, and you're not getting stuff edited, or losing time doing the reviews, and you're not getting anything done by showing somebody how to edit. So I don't know. That made sense when it was in here. But when it came out here, it just went different directions. You know, I am from the South, and we tend to do that from time to time. What you think up here don't always come out right here. And if it comes out right here, it might come out in different directions and all jumbled up. And yeah, I really like your echo snares. I love the music you're playing. I see the phone, so I edit my videos. Yeah. I downloaded, no, I didn't download it. I went to go download it. What is that? I just looked at it the other day. there's an editor, and they have a paid and a free version. DaVinci Resolve. It's supposed to be good, but I don't have time to, because I use Wondershare Filmora, but a couple of years ago, you bought the lifetime license for it, okay? You bought the software, but then they tried to make everybody buy the updated one. Well, that went against what they had sold originally, and there was a pretty good sized YouTuber with a large following of other YouTubers, and he was kind of their spokesperson, more or less, because he did Filmora tutorials. And that kind of blew up in their face, and they lost a lot of people. So they decided not to charge people and to honor the lifetime license. But their catch is now all that stuff that was the free plugins and stuff, like your different transitions and things such as that, now they charge you for all of them. If you want to you can buy the different packets, and they charge you for it. And I think that's their way around it. So that's why I was thinking about switching to DaVinci, because they do have a free version. But I don't know. I just don't have time to learn it good enough. I don't need nothing fancy. I do basic editing, cut, throw a transition there and there here a while, a little zooming, a little nothing too cinematic, but I don't know. I just don't have time to do it. It's real easy to sync up with 4 cameras in CapCut. Oh, I did get CapCut on the computer because one video that I did, one review I did a couple of weeks ago, they wanted it in 9x16, and this is all 16x9. So I had to, and you can do it in Filmora, but CapCut is so much quicker and easier because you can just take it and stretch it out and center it, and then you can cut it where you need to move it. But it was they just wanted like a 3-minute clip. So I used to use CapCut online, but it lagged so much. But when you put it on the computer, it does a lot better. Life is too busy, and I am too old to learn much new stuff. You're never too old. Never. When you're too old, you're 6 foot under. Then it don't matter because you don't need it. But I don't know. My mom is 81, and she's got her iPad and her iPhones, and I don't know anything about the iPhones, and she'll be, so why don't you just do this? And I'm like, okay. She's fairly techy, not overly techy, but she knows enough to get done what she needs to get done. I went over there the other day, and her printer for some reason wouldn't show up, and she thought it was something she was doing. I couldn't get it to show up on mine, but we went in there and turned the printer off and back on, and I don't know, we did something, or she did something, and all of a sudden it started. Oh, she printed a picture, and then all of a sudden it's like it woke it up, and then it started showing up on my phone. So it all worked now. My mama is 90. She loves her Facebook. Yeah. Yep, my mom gets on Facebook's pretty much all she does. She gets on her tablet and gets on Facebook and FaceTimes, and used to play different games on Facebook. But I'm going to have to get her to go to the post office for me again. I got a package I need to send. I need to see if those printing labels will fit in my other label printer. I love the label printer I did the review on a lot more than I did my old one, and I'm hoping that paper will fit in on this one. I haven't done it yet though, but I got something that needs to be taken to the post office. Wise words. Oh, just seeing what everyone else is doing. And you're welcome to come. Uh, I am not real consistent. I was real consistent with being lives on here and on Wednesday nights, Grandpa's Random Reviews. If you get bored and you want to watch any of that, but used to like Wednesday nights at 9 on Grandpa's Random Reviews, and Thursday nights at 9 on Dashing Grandpa. And if you hang out enough, you'll figure out 99% of the time, I got nothing to talk about. Every once in a while, there might be something comes up that I talk about, but most of the time, we just get on here, hang out, and whatever the conversation goes to. I mean, we may be talking about music for a few minutes, and we may be talking about Ray blowing a gas station's bathroom up or something. Oh, just a good group of folks around here. So come hang out. Facebook has been around so long, my mom was on it heavy before she passed. She died 15 years ago. Yeah, before that it was, oh, good grief. I hit 60 and my mind goes, MySpace. Oh yeah, Tim's got it, MySpace. Yeah. And before that, it was Yahoo Chat and AOL Chat. I never really got on AOL Chat, but I was on Yahoo Chat a little bit, and used to be MSN Virtual Places. That was where I really started getting into the chat lines. That was a cool one. Had little avatars, and you could move them around, sit by people, and go to different web pages. It was cool. I never did a chat room. That's where I worked. I did the chat lines, but when I went to work at Blue Cross and Blue Shield, that's where my typing came in, because I was so used. I got quicker at typing. I took typing my junior year in high school. That was the first year we got computers, and they took the typewriters out and put the computers in there. So typing class was on the computers. First time I'd ever been around a computer. I've been on the internet since before it came out. Well, you're an old fart, though. I know. You're not as old as me, but I never did the chat rooms either. Yeah. Back in the BBS days, bulletin board says, my uncle did that. What was that other one called? And it got pretty bad as far as illegal activities and software exchanging. Man, what was that called? You probably know what I'm talking about, though, because it was uh, natural. OL chat is, oh, where you met Wendy, yeah? Oh, no. This was boards. This was way back, like what you were talking about, back before there was like internet as we know it now. I mean, it was internet, but it was all boards. But man, what was it called? Because you could go to different boards or message boards and get in. It was kind of almost like Reddit, and then some of them you had to know somebody to let you in to that little group where you could surf, basically like the black web, what they call the black web or the dark web, the dark web. But yeah, you could get yourself in a lot of trouble real quick because them people didn't play. Now I think software and the computer has gotten better, but man, you could get into somebody's computer just like that. Yeah, bro. Hello, pork chop. Hello, is the show almost over? I had to go grocery shopping for my neighbors. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's 10:05, isn't it? Oh man. Yeah, I'm probably need to get to editing here pretty soon, pretty quick, but I'm just chilling right now. It's nice to just sit down for a few minutes. I got this reviewed. That other thing, I'm telling you, I think it's called a mini fridge uh, shelf. Let's see, where is that? Uh, printer stand. Where did it go? Mini fridge, there it is. Oh. There we go. Do. Where are we at? There we are. Stop sharing. Stop sharing that one. Present. Share screen. Share window. There. To me, that is a baker's rack. But it's not very wide, but it's tall. And then the tall printer stand. What I've done today. Did you get all the reviews done last night? Oh, you're a funny man. You're a funny man. I'm down to 15. Does that count? Because I got this one done and this one done. Oh, no, man. I finished editing the little electric duster thing, and I got tired. And it was like 1 o'clock. I just went to bed because I was going to do these two last night, and I told the one agent today I've got a stainless steel. What was that thing called? Zip tie. I told him I would get it done today. I said this will be done today. And as you see, it is still, I ain't even broke the plastic off the box yet. Cable, what did that say? Cable tie guns. But it's like little zip ties. There, it's easier to see now. For 4 easy payments of $19.95. No, I really have no idea how much it is. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it tonight, but I was trying to figure out what to put stainless steel zip ties on. I thought it said stainless steel. Cable tie gun set, simple to use, durable. Yeah, stainless steel cable tie gun set. So, but I think I'm just going to show how to use it. I'll kick that video to them and see if they take it. If they don't, then I'll edit something in, zip tie something up. I don't want to. I could do my lights out under the carport, but because I've got plastic zip ties, but if I put it on there and that is hard to cut, then when I have to replace these lights in a couple of years or whatever, or if I move, I don't want to have to sit there and be trying to cut stainless steel zip ties with a pair of wire cutters. But no, I'd not get it done. That would work with my mini fridge. That's exactly what that shelf is. It's in Mozana 3-tier mini fridge stand shelf with storage. That top part of it was kind of cool because you can take that off and put it on a countertop if you've got the clearance between your cabinets and the countertop. I don't, but I did. Let's see. Wait, let's put this over there. I'll show you what it looks like. A sneak peek of the video review. The lighting in my kitchen is terrible though. I had to go to Walmart today. $18.97 for 4 light bulbs. But they sure look a lot better than these soft white. Is it not letting me show that? Really? It won't let me show the editor. That's weird. Wait, maybe let me. Yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like. But see, I just put a trash can down there. Can't really see the trash can. But see, you put the fridge, the fridge goes down there. But that top part, this top part up here where I have, not where the air fryer is, but where the knives and all that is, you can take that off of this bottom part and have 2 different shelves. I thought that was pretty cool though. I didn't have nothing put up there. My change, where I put my change, but in the bit, well, if you look real close, I guess you can tell there's change there and not really cashews, but oh well. I don't think people are going to pay that much attention. Wait. What did I miss? Did you get it? Yeah, no, I didn't get them all done. I take that as a no. That is a nice fridge. I watched the videos about the lights, the solar lights and lights on the carport, and both look great. Those yard lights, they actually, they're on now. Well, we had good sun today, but yesterday, I believe, yesterday or the day before, it was cloudy all day, and they stayed on until I went to bed. They were on the red showing on the app, but they were still on. And that's the only lights that I've had that would stay on all night, because I've got 3 big old evergreen trees, or they're not pine trees, but they're 60 foot tall or 40, well, 50 foot anyway. I don't know. Things under the head. Interesting. Things under the hood on the lighting. Keep reviewing, and you have bad lighting. Oh, it was the light bulbs. They look, see, if you look at the kitchen, the walls, see the yellow? That is the soft white light bulbs. So if you go to get light bulbs and you're doing videoing, get the daylight, not the soft white. But they're a little great value. Did have one, and it was like $2 cheaper or $3 cheaper. I think it was $15.97. These were $18.97 for 4 of them, but You could sure tell the difference. Because the ones that I have now are bright. I got a box of 10 LED bulbs off Amazon for about $10. They're good. Okay. I thought the same thing. I don't, I get daylight LED. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the ones that was in this house were the soft white. I'll show you. I got a picture. Hold on. I took a, I don't think I deleted it. I might have deleted it. Let me look at my gallery real quick before I go through all this. Waiting for you. You have new notifications. I don't want no. I don't care. It tells me that, but then you go to sign in on the other Facebook, and there's nothing there. Yeah, I deleted it, didn't I? Doggone it. But anyway, you can tell a huge difference between the daylight and the soft white. But you definitely pay a big difference in the price. But you can tell that yellow. This is the living room. I already had bulbs that I put in the living room. And you can tell the difference in that. See the wall, they do kind of look kind of like a smoker lived here or something. It doesn't stink though. But then look at that wall. See how much yellow versus that? Huge difference. Anyway, I've got it loaded up in the editor now. I gotta. I'm gonna fast forward to putting that thing together. I didn't think that looked too bad. And I really like that shelf if I had a need for it, but I don't have a need for it. I've got empty cabinets. I've got empty countertops. I'm telling you, a woman would love this many cabinets in the kitchen. And a lot of men, but I got no use for them. Almost all my cabinets in the kitchen are empty. I've got 1, 2, 3, I think 3 cabinet doors. When you open them, got stuff in them, and probably 6 more, and then up at the very top, all of that's empty. No need in it. I got nothing. I don't even have any plates, like glass plates. I just use paper. I got 4 glasses. My dad was a heavy smoker when I was a kid. Tin walls are sure showed the smoke residue. Yeah, they do. My wife, the kid's mother that passed away, she smoked, and she'd smoke in the house. And we had painted when we moved in, but several years later, we was going to paint again. And we took the pictures off the wall, and she saw that, and she said, "No more smoking in the house." Because, you know what it looks like when you take a picture off the wall. And, yeah. Our neighbors smoked in their house, but they had one of them, and this was back in the 80s, early 80s. They had one of them air purifiers, and you could walk in their house and you couldn't smell the smoke at all. I just bought some china plates from the thrift store last week. Needed plates for my cooking video. Wait, yeah, they're coming soon. Yeah, you have a reason for them though. And if I could come up with enough stuff to use it on taxes, those light bulbs should be deductible, because this is exactly why I bought the light bulbs. It's for videoing, for doing these videos. golly, I need to get a haircut. Didn't want to plate paper plates. Well, I got some pretty ones from Sam's. It's got the little flowery designs around the sides of them. I do have some real pretty white bowls, review product. I do have some pretty white coffee cups, review products. And that cutlery set, review. And half, I would venture to say over half of my house is all review products. You know, my computer's not. One monitor is, though. The other monitor I bought. The speaker that I use is reviews. This desk is reviews. The fan back there is review. That got bought for me. But I did another one just like it, or pretty close to it, that was a review, and we just traded. The signs review. My mom got me the clock for Christmas. Well, that was gifted. Those two were bought on clearance at the Dollar Tree. One of our Dollar Trees in Wichita went out of business. But almost half of my house, my TV, my stereo, my dresser, my refrigerator. I think that's pretty, as far as like bigger furnishings and things, well, the microwave I bought, but like 4 things like furnishings, that's what I bought. The rest of everything's been reviews. So, I don't know. I sure wouldn't pay some of the prices some of this stuff cost. Anyway. That's why y'all might want to consider doing reviews. That is interesting. How in the world did you get started? You know, a lot of people ask me that, and I've tried to figure out how to make it short, but basically, I just started being just an ordinary person. Yeah, my bed and bed frame, headboard, the sheets that's on my bed. It was all review products. I bought the dresser used. You know, it serves its purpose. No, well, one recliner in the living room gave to me, and I bought the other recliner. Now, I've done recliners. One's at my mom's house. I gave that one to her. And anyway, I've had companies send me small items to review on YouTube, nothing big. You've got a pretty good sized channel. If you have the time and you want to deal with it, you could make you some good little side money as big as your channel is. I think you reviewed more quality products. Some of them's been pretty good. I'm going to be working on my deck soon. That will be review area. You saw the steps are done now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you could get, if you got into reviews, you could do the tools to do them with, but as far as lumber goes, now there is like, if you was going to run the cable, you know, I know it had a word, but it's like the 4x4s that go up. You drill the hole through it and then you run cables around your deck. I've done that. And I gave that to Emily's stepdad, or her dad, more of a dad than her real dad. But anyway, Rita, what I did, I would just write a regular review just here and there, nothing fancy. Say I bought a mouse, and I would write a little review on Amazon, and Amazon wound up sending me an email inviting me to join what they call the Amazon Vine program. So I did that. And I thought it was free, but it's not free. You pay taxes on it. They send you a 1099. But moving forward, all these different sellers and agencies from overseas, China and places, started seeing my videos for the Amazon through the Amazon Vine program. So they started emailing me directly, and it just kind of snowballed. And now it's my full-time job. It was just, I did do delivery like for DoorDash, Uber, and Spark, Walmart Spark delivery. And then I started just doing Spark, and then I started doing these a little bit, and it just kind of, and now I don't do Spark at all. Not a bad full-time job, but not for, it's not, I tell you. I honestly had a lot, when I had the Dirty Shoes Adventures YouTube channel going, I was working a regular W-2 job and I had a lot more time. I had my weekends free. Well, two weekends, 2 weekends a month. I can't remember now. I was working out at state hospital. I'm supposed to be retired. I'm that's one of the things I thought about this job, doing these reviews, because there's an older gentleman that does YouTube, and he does reviews here and there on different products. And he's well retired. He's probably right around in his late 70s, right close to 80 now. But that's what I thought about these. And even if something bad happened and I got both legs amputated for some reason, I can still do this, because it's not, unless you got something heavy, it's not physically demanding. Because a lot of times I'm reviewing, something like this. I've started getting into bigger things, and some of them's gotten pricier. I got another cooler in that plugs into your car. But that's not something that if you was 80 years old that you wouldn't be able to handle. That's why I thought about this would be that I can do this long after I become officially retired. People ask me, what do you do for a living? Are you retired? I'm like, I've come to the conclusion, my answer is I am semi-retired, because I don't punch a clock, and a lot of people don't understand that. They said, you can't make money doing that. Everybody you see on here knows you can, because they're all gig workers. They make money doing deliveries. And, but I call it semi-retired. I just turned 60. So my understanding is you have to be 67 to get your full retirement and no cap on how much you make. And I don't want to cap this, because this is just so far, knock on wood, it's continually going up, slowly, but it's continually going up. And by the time I'm 65, I should be making some pretty decent money, and I don't want to have my Social Security lessened because I made too much money. So I figure I'll wait till I'm 67 or 68, whatever it is. And then I can make whatever I want to. Like me today, 2 deliveries, 328 total earnings. So but Tim here has got, he's got something going on there. The Wichita Falls area, this part of Texas, it just does not. You're lucky if you get out there and do Walmart delivery and whatever else, DoorDash, whatever else. You're lucky to do $100 a day. Used to, when I first started doing the deliveries, it was $150 a day was my goal. And then it got to be 125. Then it got to be 100. Then it got to where I was happy if I made $75 to $80 a day. But we don't have catering here. Wichita Falls does not spend money on catering. The companies that do catering, we have restaurants that do catering, but they do it themselves. Their employees go set it up and all that. And like when I worked at Blue Cross and Blue Shield, we would have one of the barbecue places, they would bring the stuff, but then there would be a handful of employees that would go set it all up on the tables. And when we took our breaks, we could eat. Yeah, $328 a day. I could make a living on that. And your day is done. This doesn't stop. That's the drawback to doing those reviews, is it's no less than 15 hours a day. Now that's counting checking emails, responding to emails, putting everything on a Word document form or whatever. I use Google Docs now. It's easier because I can check that anywhere I'm at on any computer. It's like on a server. It's not on my computer. But man, about 18 hours a day. But what I do like about it is, like right now, I'm making money. May not be much, but I'm making money. When I do go to sleep, I'm still making money. It's I kind of think about, those commercials that used to be on wanting you to sign up for this program and they'll teach you how to make this money and you can sit on the beach over in Waikiki sipping on Mai Tais and you're making thousands of dollars. It's sort of like that, but it's maybe 1,000 pennies, not $1,000. But you got to put the work in. Even I've come to the conclusion, even those people don't do that 365 days a year. Maybe if they're big real estate people, maybe so. But the majority of those programs and stuff, you're going to bust your butt for 8 months out of the year. And then you might can do that for 4 months out of the year. And that's what I'm looking for, is to be able to cut it off and then take a month or two off and just be able to sit wherever, because the revenue's still going to be coming in whether I'm doing anything or not. That is my goal. But we'll see. $126. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. More miles than I like. I have no orders tomorrow, no clue for the weekend. Well, you can come up here or come down here and do some video editing, and then I'll give you it'll save me a trip to my mom's and save her a trip to the post office. Come on down. The price is right. The summer slowdown is kicking us too with Proxy Picks. Well, I saw a Proxy Picks pop up today. It was paying $20 and it was 42 miles away from where I live. Yeah, I was finished at 12:55, and then I went to a thrift store that was nearby. First pickup was at 10:56, so 2 hours work plus 23 minutes drive, two first pickups and 30 minutes drive home. But what about the fishing? It's almost getting. I don't know if you have any lakes where there's sand bass, or what white bass, I guess they'd be called. We call them sand bass, but I know a lot of people call them white bass. Those, they should be running now. I sure have been looking at pickups and boats on the marketplace, but there was a pickup on there today. It was a GMC Denali, but it had the AMS deleted. Apparently with the 6.1 GMC engine, something about you had to do something anyway. Whatever I think it was called AMS, something like that. It had already been done, so apparently it cost a lot of money to do. They wanted, I think it was a 2016 model for 20,000. I don't know if that. It still had a lot of miles on it, but the whatever the AMS or whatever it is got deleted at 214,000 miles, and it's got like 230,000 miles or something. It's a lot of miles. So we have a nice little river in White Bass, but it's still about 20 foot too high. Ooh, they've been sending some crazy assignments lately, up to 80 miles. That's crazy. Yeah, AFM, that's what it is. I think my candles is candled out. It may be heating my desk up. I can smell something. Yeah, it's warm. I just have those little candles. That's not too bad, but it was I could smell something. Tea light candles. That's what they're called. I got those little candle holders and little 3 packs of the tea light on clearance at that Dollar Tree that closed. Yeah, I know. 1035. I have two. I have a 2002 Ford F-150 with 4.2 V6 with 96,000 miles. I have it for sale. My 2007 150 with a 5.4 Triton. Whoa, how's that? Look, I'm not going to be on here much longer, but look, I want to look at something. But I don't know. My thing is, I don't know that I can get rid of my car. I think I owe like 14,000 on it. Well, here, I'll just share this one. We can look together. I'm going to try to find that pickup and see what y'all think. There's a 56 Chevy. I had to pull a trailer. It was a 2016, I believe. I should have saved it. Well, let's go to vehicles. Maybe it'll show up on there. I have not seen anything that's 20,000. I bet he sold it. I just saw it earlier today, though. Hmm. Yep, it's gone. Well, I didn't really have the money. I don't know. 82,998. That's my house that I bought when actually I bought it when my son was real little, not probably a year old. It was 32,500, 3 bedroom, bath and a half, brick with a garage, and it was 32.5. And these vehicles are selling for 82,000, and it's a pickup. Oh, that's a Yukon, isn't it? It's crazy. Hmm. I just checked my van loan when I made a payment today. I'm finally down to what I actually pay for it. If that makes, yeah, it does when they add all that interest. Toyota Tundra. I'm still, I really think a pickup would make more sense because I can haul stuff in it. And if it's stuff, and I'd like to get an enclosed trailer. And I've seen enclosed trailer, not big, but probably 12 foot for, $3 grand. So I could pick up an enclosed trailer, not immediately, but I could pick one up for when I needed to haul something enclosed like that. But a pickup, I could put stuff in it and haul, you know. If I got to haul a mower or haul some lumber or, oh, I saw this one the other day. I thought, what in the world? They got this boat sitting on the asphalt? But it's parts only. It's not a bad looking boat though. It must have the transom tore out or something. Something's messed up on it. It was great. It was crazy working at the Ram dealership. People would think nothing at paying $2,000 a month for their truck payment. Yeah, I know. I want something around 200 to 300. My car is $420 a month. Don't ask me how I can remember that number, but I can remember that number. But it's $420 a month, and my interest rate is astronomical. But it's because when I got it, my credit was not. It's not where it is now. Nope, that ruined it right there. That's far enough. But see a Tahoe or something, oh, that's pretty nice, isn't it? I like that wood grain. 96,000 miles. That pickup that I was looking at was a 4x4. I would like to have 4-wheel drive. It doesn't have a sunroof, so it's not a deal breaker, but I wouldn't mind having a sunroof. It does have a third row. But 16,000 for a 2013, and this is the LT. But I thought the LTZ was the one with all the fancy stuff. Anyway, I was going to show you that pickup, but it's not on here now. Anyway. My interest rate on my car right now is 19.6, I think. Man payment is 367. I'd like to have it less. I mean, I could pay a little bit more than 420, but I really don't want to. I mean, if I did, it would be like 450, but I'd really rather have it go lower. And I do know my insurance would drop. My aunt she's got her own agency now, the Farmers Insurance, and she ran my insurance, and she said for some reason the Nissan Maximas have a higher rating than anything else. She ran my information like on the Camry and something else, and the insurance was $100 a month cheaper. For some reason, I don't know if the theft rate is high on them. I don't know, but yeah, I was thinking the LTZ was the one with but that one had all the leather and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, the credit. Not great, but it's getting better. Yes. It's me. Okay, Brandon, I'm gone. Yeah, I've got to get off here too. It's 10:45. I think we put everybody else to sleep. They probably checked out and didn't even say goodnight. And they didn't have to say goodnight, but I didn't say goodnight to them. But they may still be lurking around in the shadows. All right, Tim, have a good one, and I will catch you later. And I really need to get off here too. See, sometimes when I'm sitting here and loading the, I was dozing off. That was me last night when I needed to do more work when I got off the live stream last night. And I did finish editing the video on a little duster, but I started getting sleepy and I just called it a night. And I'm going to try to finish editing these videos so I can start fresh tomorrow. So anyway, I am going to get off here and try to do a little bit of work and then go to sleep. I will catch y'all later, and I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out. And Rita, welcome, and you're welcome to come back anytime. Wednesday nights, usually over on Grandpa's Random Reviews, and Thursday nights on this channel. And unless I get overly busy. Usually about 9:05, if you pop on around looking, if I'm not there, I probably won't be there. But, you know, I'll usually put the thumbnail out, so if you've got notifications on, maybe you'll get notified. But good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Okay, I will catch y'all later, and y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing. That's getting kind of old because I don't do that anymore. But anyway, the main thing is keep smiling. You know, just like the sign says. It's what my dad used to say is, always smile, make them wonder what you're thinking about. Yeah, that, y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all later. Good night, y'all.